football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Wisconsin's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Got it in the middle. It's Mason. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, better look out! And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. That's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
The Hoosiers are flying down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. This time he's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Going over the top. Makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Hemby. And he will score! Touchdown, Hoosiers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. To the ground with the back. Finding an escape route. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Wisconsin has failed to finish in the top 25 for 5 consecutive seasons. Now in the second year of the Luke Fickell era, the Badgers eager to get back to their winning ways.
Man, can they get back to that physical brand, man? When Wisconsin was in the top 25, like Reese was talking about, it was physical teams that could run the football. You think about Fickell, that's what you thought about with Cincinnati. Jesse, can they get some of that back, man?
Yeah, great defense, running the ball, and just being smart. And when games are on the line, doing the small things to get those wins. It comes down to the tiniest details. There's talent in that Wisconsin locker room, but they got to put it all together.
Second down coming up. To throw, it's Edwards. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then, Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic. And not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooper. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Using his legs, it's Hemby. Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Mendoza. This time he's got his man. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots. But it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Edwards. With the catch, it's Barry Johnson. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
On the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. If he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That's caught. It's Anthony. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Give to the back. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Mendoza. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Badgers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Anthony. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Quick release by the QB. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Running to Green. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Hoosiers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll keep it on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Mendoza. Finds his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. He's got it along the sideline. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
They kick it away on fourth down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Edwards. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Here comes the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anthony. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Absolutely perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The RPO, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. He'll keep it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Caught over the middle, it's Anthony. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Stopped behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll run play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And as he throws, complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field speeding down the left side, crosses midfield. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Surging forward on the sneak. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers are on the move. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Badgers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anthony. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He slides that just inside the right upright. The lead is now back down to 9.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Complete to the left. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. Looking to throw on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Badgers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
First down, Hoosiers.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for room, it's Hemby. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on first down from the 28. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Handoff to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got a man. It's Mason. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism better.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Fires to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to lift that football in and make the catch.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Badgers will punt this one away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cooper. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
On the move, it's Hemby. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And the Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's caught! Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Anthony. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game, that's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
The throw. It's complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Off play action. Gets it out quickly. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Looking for a little juice and energy with a field goal. You know, get it, guys? We're still down by 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Badgers send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grabs it in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the catch. It's Hemby. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jess.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. A little release to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. The screen, he can go! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Finds a little space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the 1st down.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Hemby. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it and trailing late. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Mason. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets the first himself. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going for 6. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Into the end zone. Looking for the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And 4th down and short nowadays, man, it means green light. Keep your foot on the gas, stay aggressive. They opt to go for it, forget the field goal. Nice job by the quarterback, getting rid of the football, making sure you have enough to get the 1st down. Now set up in a great situation with the 1st down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badgers.
Touchdown, Wisconsin. Number 25 with the carry.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone.
19.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Right on the money. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. That's reeled in. It's Anthony. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Fires it incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
And the Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Edwards. Using the quick game. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Mason. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.